welcome back to Alice Talks Football. And yes, yesterday announced that the Premier League is coming back on June 17th. The FA Cup is also coming back. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about all the latest news regarding the Premier League coming back. When will Manchester United play? When are we playing Spurs? What's happening with the FA Cup? And I'm also going to be talking about why I think Manchester United can get top 4. And why I'm confident coming back that we'll get the Champions League. But quickly, if you're so excited that football's coming back, go smash that like button and subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you're new, so you don't miss daily football content from me. And also, I'm going to be replying to all my comments. If you have any questions or any random questions you want to ask me, let me know down below. Now, Manchester United, they've been back in training for the last week or two. And you know what? We've been looking quite good in training, especially compared to, certain midfielders from other clubs. Our midfielders are looking pretty fit, our attackers, again, looking pretty healthy. All the Man United guys in good shape, training well, training hard. Like, we look good in training. I mean, Marcus Rashford's back from injury, back at it. Here's a clip of him in training. Woo! I literally could watch that all day. I don't know why, it's just so cool to watch. I could watch that all day. Like, Rashford's back at it, McTominay was in great shape, especially compared to certain other Premier League midfielders, aren't in as good shape as us. So I think right now we're in a really good position to come back. Obviously, I don't actually know how fit we are, but I feel like we look like we're training well, we look like we're fit. We've got Pogba back, we've got Rashford back, that are arguably our two best players, so we're in good shape coming back for the season. Now, what exactly is happening with the Premier League? When exactly is it back? So June 17th, it is back. I think it's starting with Villa, Sheffield United. When is the Manchester United Tottenham game? As of now, it has not been announced, but I assume it'll be the 19th or 20th of June will be the Manchester United Tottenham game, so about 3 weeks' time. And the FA Cup is also coming back. We play Norwich in the quarterfinals, which will be on June 28th or June 29th. Then the semi-finals of the FA Cup will be held on the 11th of July and 12th of July if we get through, and the final will be held on the 1st of August. So that's a trophy that I feel like we have quite a good chance of winning. I assume we'll beat Norwich. We've thrashed them twice this season. But the thing is, because we're coming back after such a big break, it's almost like a new season. Norwich could be a new team or go on a big winning streak. Liverpool could even go on a losing streak, which would be amazing. It's really hard to predict how everyone's going to be when we come back, because it's literally like coming into a new season. Now, I myself believe Manchester United will get 4th. I think the breaks tend to be a good thing for us. I think it gets us refreshed. We've got, two of our best players back from injury. You could argue our two best players back from long-term injuries. It's given Ollie more time with the squad, Bruno Fernandes more time to gel, although does he need that? He was brilliant. The only other thing is we had momentum, we built momentum. Ollie's a momentum manager. When that momentum stops, there is two things. Is this a good thing or bad thing for Manchester United? Will the unexperienced Chelsea squad, actually, to be honest, our squad's even more unexperienced than Chelsea on average. Will the unexperienced Chelsea squad benefit from this break or not? Like, how's Chelsea going to play? Like, Arsenal got more time under Arteta. Arsenal could go on a run and actually challenge for top 4. It's amazing because it's really hard to predict exactly what's going to go on. But I do think Manchester United will get top 4. And I'm going to talk about why I think we'll get top 4 in this video. Now, before I get into that quickly, I'm going to actually talk about the Premier League plan, because I forgot to mention that earlier, that there's going to be games every day of the week. They're going to be shown on Sky Sports, I believe some on BBC, and there's literally going to be a game every day of the week. I'm going to read out like the fixture list. So, Premier League kickoff. Let me read out this tweet from David Ornstein. Weekend, Friday, 8 o'clock. Saturday, 12:30, 3 o'clock, 5:30, 8 o'clock. Sunday, 12 to 4:30 and 7 o'clock. Monday, 8 o'clock. Tuesday, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Wednesday, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Thursday, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. So that is that's like 16 games a week to watch a Premier League football. It's like, basically, it's like the World Cup again. We're gonna do the season about a 5-6 week period. It's going to be games every day. We're going to go into training camps. It's basically going to be the World Cup again. And in a weird way, well, not the actual World Cup, but it's kind of be like the World Cup in the way it's set out. And I think that's really exciting. Now, why do I think Manchester United will get top 4? What makes me think we'll get top 4? Well, first things first, we were in our last 5 games before the break. We had the best goal difference in the league, and we got 11 points from 15. We were arguably the best team before the break, because, Liverpool had lost 3-0 to Watford. We had beat Watford, 3-0. We had beat Chelsea 2-0. We beat Norwich like 4-0 or 4-1. We drew to Wolves, we drew to Everton. Like, 11 points out of 15 in those games is actually quite good. We were scoring lots of goals. You know, we kept 9 clean sheets in our last 11 games. We're 11 games unbeaten in all competitions, scoring like 29 goals in our last 11 games, which is almost 3 goals a game. Like, Bruno Fernandes gave the squad such a lift. We scored many more goals. Martial looks so refreshed under Bruno Fernandes. It was insane. He looked like a new guy because he was finally getting service. You've got to think of this season that Rashford and Martial and Greenwood have got 50 goals between the 3 of them when they've been relying on Pereira and Lingard for service. And now all of a sudden they're going to have Bruno Fernandes and Pogba for service. So how many more goals can they get? You know, Harry Maguire got better as the season went on. You know, the squad's had more time to adapt and gel. Yes, fitness levels are going to be worse, but I feel like we're going to get better as a squad. Dan James, after the little break, he looks so refreshed just before, you know, his last 2 or 3 games before the season ended. He looks so refreshed. You know, I felt like that mid-season break was really good for us. I think the rival Bruno Fernandes was really good for us. I feel like we went into that break with high spirits because we were on such a good run, so maybe we'll come out of the break on high spirits. Players like Rashford and Pogba could actually be more mentally prepared because they've been like doing this longer because they were prepared to get back from their injury, so maybe they're actually like more mentally prepared to get back. You know, like, have you seen like De Bruyne and Harry Kane pictures I saw earlier? We look more prepared. Obviously I can't tell you that we're more prepared because I don't know, but I think we've got our best 2 players back, you could say. You know, Pogba and Rashford are yet to play with Bruno Fernandes. Like, this is my strongest, what I think is our strongest squad. I'm going to show it on the screen. Obviously everyone's strongest squad is different. Like, I think that is the top 4 squad. I think that's the 3rd best squad in the league in my opinion. I think all you need is a Sancho and a Partey and boom. Like, that's a very solid squad. You know, I think we have the 2nd best defence in the league. Like, Wan-Bissaka and Maguire, we got almost like the 2nd best midfield in the league, and Rashford and Martial are 2 of the most prolific, pacey attackers in the league. So I do generally have the feeling that we'll get top 4. But then you just don't know with Oli. It's very unpredictable. Like, it's so hard to predict what the season's going to be like when it comes back. But I just think, like, breaks seem to be better for us. You know, we had a lot of games in a tight space. I'm not actually sure what's going on with the Europa League. If I find out, I'll definitely do a video on it. But, you know, we played a game behind closed doors in the Europa League and what we won 5-0. So I don't know if playing behind closed doors are going to affect us. Obviously, teams like Manchester City, they've got such an advantage playing behind closed doors because most of the home games are like that anyway. But, you know, it's going to be weird playing behind closed doors, but would it affect smaller teams more? Because, you know, smaller teams have that crowd to keep them going in big games. And, well, I feel like, you know, this could give a disadvantage to much smaller clubs like Manchester City, like, you know, your Bournemouths and stuff. But then, you know, they're more used to it. So it's really hard to, like, see where the season's going to go. And I can't really predict anything. But I have a feeling that Manchester United will overtake Chelsea. And Leicester could even slip. Like, we will get 3rd or 4th. Because I just feel like with Pogba, with Bruno, with Rashford, with Martial, that is probably the 3rd best squad in the league. And with the momentum, with the whole lift, with the run, we find out like we're building something before the break. The defence has been solid. You know, we got like 9 clean sheets in our last 11 games. You know, Matic was looking really good, Fred's looking really good, McTominay's looking really good. I do think we have the potential to get top 4. I also want to talk about, at the start of last season, like this time last year, we're like in August last year, we're like, oh my god, how have we not got a midfielder in? Our midfield's so bad, because Fred was this £50 million flop, McTominay was pretty decent, Pogba was decent, Matic was done, we thought Matic was done, and Pereira and Lingard. Like, I don't really need to explain them, but now, Fred has been excellent, McTominay was excellent, you know, you got a bit of a knock, but like, you got 2 Player of the Month awards, and I don't think anyone really noticed like how good McTominay was. You know, we've got Pogba, we've got Bruno, we've got Matic that's completely reformed. It's like, what is our best midfield? It's actually really hard to choose. We've also got the likes of Brendan Williams and Mason Greenwood. And, you know, Eric Bailly's now fit, so we have a pretty strong squad. Now, in the comment section down below, I want you to put what Manchester United's strongest squad is. And if you haven't already, please smash that like button. Subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you haven't already. And are you excited for Premier League football? Because I am. And I know it's a political subject, but I just want football back. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.